Okay, let us dive right into this highly relatable daily health situation. You eat your meal, you sit down, maybe rest for a few minutes, and then it starts. A slow, heavy pressure begins building in your stomach. Your belly starts to feel tight, your clothes feel deeply uncomfortable, and you feel way too full, even though you did not actually eat that much food. Sometimes there's gas or a low, deep rumbling sound right in your gut. Millions of people around the world deal with this exact experience every single day, especially after eating simple starches like a bowl of warm rice or a piece of bread. This is something most people never find out, but there is a hidden reason for this pain. It is a condition called small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or SIBO for short. Today, we are going to fully explore how this invisible overgrowth might be the true hidden cause behind your daily bloating. Have you ever felt completely full after just 3 simple bites of food? Question yourself, why does this keep happening after every meal? I want to fully validate your frustration right now because feeling that heavy fullness after very small portions is simply miserable. Most people blame the food they just ate or their portion size, and the standard medical advice you hear is often just to eat less food. But that advice completely misses the mark when you feel bloated even after eating tiny amounts. It is very important to know that it is not your fault, and it is not just about the volume of food on your plate. To put this in another way, your stomach is not shrinking, your food is reacting. The real twist comes a little later when we look at the specific bacteria living inside you. Let us see how this connects to our everyday life. Let us close our eyes and visualize what is actually happening inside your body when you feel that slow pressure building, and your belly gets so tight after eating rice or bread. Your stomach literally stretches outward. It feels exactly like a small balloon has been inflated right under your ribs. This outward stretching changes how you sit in your chair, it changes how you walk, and it even changes how you breathe. I want to assure you that your physical symptoms are real, and they are very common. When you eat starchy foods, the internal reaction is fast. Think of a time you had a big warm bowl of pasta and had to quickly open your clothes 30 minutes later. This brilliantly shows how our bodies react when the internal environment is thrown out of balance. We are going to break down exactly why this physical stretching happens. Now that we understand this feeling, let us look at something equally important. Here is our clear roadmap for today. 1. The post-meal balloon. 2. Understanding SIBO. 3. The 5 gas profiles. 4. Trigger foods and solutions. And 5. Myths and real results. Section 1. Understanding SIBO. Let us deeply explore the secret mechanics of your gut bacteria and see what is really happening inside. Your digestive system is an amazing moving machine, but it deeply relies on things being in the exact right place at the right time. Think of your healthy gut like a smooth moving river. Things must always flow in one specific direction. SIBO stands for small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. In very simple terms, this is a location problem. Bacteria have moved to the totally wrong part of your digestive tract. To explain this differently, imagine a very quiet street where a million noisy people suddenly move in, and the local food resources are completely used up. That is SIBO. It is an overgrowth of bacteria in the small intestine. These are not always bad bugs, they are simply in the wrong location. And location is absolutely everything for good digestion. When bacteria overgrow here, they do their normal jobs in a place that just cannot handle the end results. This is exactly why standard probiotics, often fail to solve the issue. Question yourself, are your gut bacteria living in the right neighborhood? Look closely at the stark difference between these two areas in your body. The large intestine is a heavy processing factory, built specifically to handle gas. It is home to trillions of bacteria that naturally break down your waste. The small intestine, on the other hand, is designed for gently absorbing nutrients, just like a soft sponge. It should be a very quiet place, with very few bacteria living there. But in SIBO, bacteria from the large intestine slowly move upward. When these misplaced bacteria find simple carbohydrates, they begin breaking them down way too early. This process produces trapped gases that push and stretch the highly sensitive walls of your small intestine. Think about blowing too much air into a small, fragile paper bag until the walls stretch tight and almost tear. That tight stretching is the exact physical pain you feel. In other words, the pain is not the food itself. The pain is the trapped gas pushing against your delicate internal walls. Once you understand this, it can bring a big change in your life. Now that we understand the basic science, let us look at something deeply connected to your daily symptoms. Section 2. The 5 gas profiles. Because SIBO is not just one simple condition, it comes in many unique forms. Let us walk through this vital matrix of the 5 specific gas profiles, because finding your exact symptom match is the most crucial point here. First, we have hydrogen dominant. The bacteria produce rapid hydrogen gas, which speeds up your internal movement. This results in intense bloating that comes on very fast, often causing loose stools and a sudden urgent need to use the bathroom. Then there is methane dominant. These organisms produce heavy methane gas, which acts exactly like a hard brake on your gut movement. Food sits much longer than it ever should, causing stubborn constipation and severe bloating that builds very slowly over the whole day. Next is hydrogen sulfide, produced by specific sulfur bacteria. It often causes a subtle rotten egg smell, damages the protective gut lining, and is made far worse by sulfur-heavy foods like whole eggs or fresh garlic. Fourth is mixed gas, a tricky combination where your daily symptoms randomly switch between loose stools and constipation, making daily management very complex. Finally, methane plus hydrogen sulfide. This is the most complex profile of them all, heavily linked to deep brain fog and full body issues. To put this another way, the type of gas your bacteria make completely controls the type of pain you feel. Think of a friend who always gets sick after eating garlic. They might be dealing with hydrogen sulfide. Question yourself, which of these specific gas profiles matches your own daily experience? We have covered a lot so far, but the most important part is coming right now. Stay with me. What comes next can completely change the way you think about your health. Carbohydrates and refined starches, just like white rice, act as rapid fuel for these overgrown bacteria. This causes that painful bloating within 30 to 60 minutes. Carbohydrates are the main food source for these tiny organisms, so when you eat rice or soft bread, you are feeding them a massive, fast meal, and they rapidly feast on it. The softer and more refined the food is, the faster the chemical reaction inside your gut. This is exactly why you notice that tight bloating almost right away after a heavy, starchy meal. Think of throwing completely dry paper onto a hot burning fire. The red flames jump up right away. This is where most people get confused. They think simple starches are very easy to digest. While they are easy for your stomach, they are extreme, rapid fuel for the misplaced bacteria. Let us see how this connects to our everyday life choices.
Section 3. Trigger foods and solutions. Let us look at highly actionable daily food and lifestyle shifts you can make.
Now that we understand the hidden science, let us slowly pivot to practical steps you can take. You will want to eat much more low-fermenting vegetables. Things like fresh zucchini, which provide vital nutrients without aggressively feeding the hidden bacteria. Lean proteins, like plain chicken or fresh fish, provide essential body nutrition with zero gas-making fuel. Cooked and fully cooled rice is completely amazing because the simple cooling process actually changes the starch structure to digest much slower. Warm ginger tea gently supports your gut movement, and pure olive oil provides very healthy fats. On the other hand, you must carefully reduce high-FODMAP foods like white onions and sweet apples. You also need to avoid refined sugars, milk lactose, and strong alcohol, all of which act as rapid fuel and disrupt your normal gut flow. Do not just rely on generic food advice. You must cut the hidden fuel source. Instead of eating a large, warm plate of soft rice with heavy garlic, try a much smaller portion of cooled rice with lean grilled chicken. Question yourself, can you change just one single food habit starting today? Now that we understand these food shifts, let us look at lifestyle habits. Here is a practical guide with 5 crucial daily habits you can start right now. Step 1. Change your meal timing. Stop eating all foods at least 3 hours before you go to sleep. Fasting before sleep gives your tired gut a real chance to activate its natural deep cleaning wave, called the migrating motor complex. Research points to this being your body's most important defense against bacterial overgrowth. Step 2, shift how you prepare your common starches. Always cool your rice in the fridge for 12 hours before eating it. This creates resistant starch that feeds you but starves the bad bacteria. Step 3, change your daily movement. Take a 10 to 15 minute gentle, slow walk right after your main meals. This light movement physically helps push the trapped food downward through your system. Step 4, practice daily stress management. Chronic stress deeply disrupts the vital nerve signals that regulate your gut flow. Just 5 minutes of deep breathing can calm those tight nerves. And step 5, focus on better sleep habits. Poor sleep slows down your total body healing. Think about how often you eat a heavy snack right before going to bed. Changing just that one single timing habit allows your body to actually clean itself overnight. Give your body the time and space it needs to naturally heal. Section 4, myths and real results. Realizing the vital impact of simple daily routine changes on your life. Within 8 weeks, my afternoon bloating had dropped down so much. It was the first time in years I finally understood what my body was doing. This is a real quote from Sarah, who was 34 years old. She had been silently struggling with daily painful bloating for almost 3 full years. Every single afternoon, her lower belly would expand until her daily work clothes felt completely unbearable. She tried cutting out all dairy milk and eating much less food, but absolutely nothing worked. Her big turning point finally came when a breath test suggested hydrogen-dominant SIBO. Sarah took action. She reduced high FODMAP trigger foods, added warm ginger tea to her daily routine, and shifted her eating schedule to allow for much longer overnight fasting windows. By cutting the direct food supply to the bacteria, she stopped the daily gas production. Within 8 short weeks, her tight bloating reduced so much, and she even noticed huge positive changes in her daily energy levels and her skin clarity. Science points to a very strong link between your small intestinal balance and your total body health. Sarah is living proof of this connection. Question yourself, how much energy are you losing to daily stomach pain? Let us now clear up some deeply confusing ideas.
Let us step by step debunk 3 common myths about this health condition. Myth number 1. Bloating is always just about eating too much food volume. This is entirely false. Bloating is really about internal gas production, not the physical volume of your meal. A very small amount of the wrong food causes intense swelling, while a very large plate of safe, low-fermenting food may cause no swelling at all. Now, myth 2. Taking daily probiotics always helps cure gut problems. This is false. In cases of SIBO, certain probiotic pills can actually make your symptoms much worse by adding extra gas-producing bacteria directly into your small intestine. Your probiotic use needs to be perfectly matched to the specific gas type involved. And finally, myth 3. SIBO is a very rare or unusual medical condition. False again. It is highly common and completely missed by doctors all around the world. Many people find out they have it after years of thinking they just had a sensitive stomach. Remember, symptoms are simply your body asking for help.
Think about Mark, who struggled with severe methane-dominant bloating for 5 full years. He felt heavy and slow every single day and thought he just had a very slow metabolism. But armed with brand new awareness, he made a few simple daily choices. He swapped his large, heavy plates of warm pasta for much smaller portions of cooled rice. He started taking a slow 10-minute walk right after his work lunch, and he completely stopped eating his late-night snacks 3 hours before going to sleep. Within 4 short weeks, his heavy daily bloating slowly vanished. Mark changed his diet and got a truly positive outcome. His story proves that healing your deep gut balance is a daily direction, not a final destination. Small, highly consistent choices can completely change your internal gut environment. So, the next time you feel that heavy post-meal balloon expanding under your ribs, question yourself, are you just full, or are you feeding the wrong bacteria? Your health is not a destination you arrive at one day. It is a direction you choose every single day. Small awareness, small choices, small habits, they quietly add up to something much bigger than you realize right now. If this gave you even one useful thought, share it with one person who needs to hear this. That one share can bring this awareness to someone silently struggling, and it helps Wellness Geeks reach more people who truly need this. Like this video and subscribe to Wellness Geeks. If this brought real value to your health journey, look for the join button next to the Wellness Geeks logo below this video. Click it and become a member of the Wellness Support Circle. Your support gives Wellness Geeks the strength to keep going. Thank you so much for watching and caring about your health.